Hello and welcome to the Art of Yoga Project. My name is Lael and today I have for us a short but energizing flow designed to get our creativity and our confidence flowing. So join me just in a standing position wherever you are. If you've got a yoga mat, that's great. If not, maybe you're on a rug or towel. But just kind of orient yourself in the space where you are watching this video and where you're going to practice. Just go ahead and notice the temperature in the room, the quality of light, any sounds you hear, maybe other parts of the house, or if there's traffic going by outside. Just simply to orient yourself and just feel safe in your surroundings. And when you feel comfortable with where you are, go ahead and start to ground down. So in your orientation, you may have just taken a moment to acknowledge what you're standing on. I'm standing on this mat. Maybe it's rug, as I said. Notice the temperature of it, like if it's a cold floor. If it's soft or sticky, dry, if you can easily kind of sink your feet into it, or if it feels pretty firm beneath your feet. And so whatever you're standing on, go ahead and really ground into that place. I like to imagine roots literally growing out of my feet and connecting me to what's below me, supporting me. And from there, you can start to find your center. I like to bring my hands to my heart center here. It helps me to kind of be right in my middle. And from this experience of rooting down, you can also start to lift through the crown of your head up toward the ceiling. And just kind of center yourself here within your space, grounded to the earth below, and focused on what's real right now, what you're feeling. And then we'll just start with a warm-up. Go ahead and take your feet a little bit wider on the mat, and we're going to start by we've already acknowledged what we're feeling beneath our feet. And so go ahead and start to move your feet on that surface. Go ahead and start to sway a little bit side to side. Feel the outer edges of the feet root down, and then maybe rolling to the inner edges. And then we're going to start to add the arms. Picture gummy worms, like no muscular tension anywhere. And just let the arms kind of flop from side to side. The more you swing your hips, the more the arms will swing side to side. So this can be a pretty big movement, actually. Just kind of feeling the body waking up to this. Now we'll start to add on. As I swing from side to side, I'm going to start to lift one leg at the time. And you may feel that your hands kind of find the knees as they lift up. So a little bit of knee slapping here, just side to side. Just feeling that connection of the hands against the legs, getting our blood flowing. All right, now we're going to add on a little bit more. We're going to widen our feet even more. And we're going to start in a goddess position. So low, deep, rooted to the ground. Lifting up through the center though. And then feel yourself start to move a little bit side to side like that. So lifting one foot and then the other. Picture like a sumo wrestler here. And then we're going to start to add some kick. So as I stand up on my left leg, I'm kicking my right foot out and maybe even tapping that foot. And then landing back in the sumo pose and going to the other side. So then finding that deep bend through the knees each time. As I reach my hands out, you don't have to touch your foot, but you might make a connection there. Just really getting our blood flowing and waking ourselves up. All right, one more thing. We're going to practice some pranayama, some breath exercises. So go ahead and find goddess. You can bring your hands to your heart if you'd like, or you can rest them on your thighs. Feel that rooting, that power. We're gonna practice some lion's breath. So if you started to build a little heat and you wanna release it, this is a great practice for just releasing heat. Also stress, any kind of negativity, anger, this can help to just release what you don't need. So the breath is a big exhale. I stick my tongue out to my chin and kind of roar the breath out on the exhale. And we'll do that as we stand up. So we'll start in our goddess pose. I'll demonstrate. Inhale here. And then as I exhale, I stand up. Tongue to chin. You could open your eyes really wide too. A couple more times. Inhale, sink down. Exhale, stand up. 2 more. Inhale. Last time. Inhale. Okay, last little bit here. From goddess, my hands slide down towards the knees. I'm gonna inhale, and then as I twist to the left side, I'm gonna practice a lip flutter breath. Releasing tension in the jaw and making this kind of hoarse sound. And then inhale, come back to center. And flutter the lips out, going to the other side. Now last bit here, inhale in goddess, reach the arms up. And as I exhale, I'm gonna make a sound like shushing, turning my feet forward and shh. Coming all the way down to a forward fold. Shake your head out a couple of times. Maybe bring your hands just to the back of the neck here and give yourself a little gentle massage. Okay, and then from there, bring the hands down, walk your feet together to touch, and we'll just take a seat for a moment just to check in with ourselves before we continue through the yoga practice. So, as I said, we've got an energizing flow for today, and our focus will be on shining our light. First of all, recognizing the light that shines within you and being proud to share it with the world. So go ahead and take a moment to just check in with yourself. You can close the eyes if that's available. Notice how you feel after that warm up, and notice how you feel before your yoga practice. And think to yourself of one thing that you're really good at. And if it's hard for you to name it, sometimes we're not in the practice of admiring our own best qualities. Think about what your best friend or your favorite aunt might say about one of your best qualities. Could be something about how you interact with others. Maybe you're really good at taking care of your younger siblings, or you're really kind to people, you're always looking out for and helping others. Maybe you're really talented in a sport or a creative expression. Every single person has light to shine. And so just go ahead and check in with yourself and name just one thing. Just carry that with you throughout the practice. And we're going to continue to cultivate that experience of shining our light, okay? So let's start with a little gentle movement, waking up our spine. We'll inhale, reach the arms overhead. And exhale, take a side body stretch. Go to the right side, bring your right hand down, reach your left arm overhead. And as you inhale, you're gonna keep your right hand down, pull your left elbow back, open up the chest, and exhale, reach a little farther across. 2 more, inhale, there's light in your heart, turn it up to the ceiling. And then exhale, reach a little bit farther across. 1 more, inhale, pull back. And exhale, reach it over, and then maybe walk the hands out in front of you through a forward fold as you come back up into center. And start on the other side. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, go over to the left side now, dropping that left hand down, reaching right arm over. As you inhale, pull the right arm back, open up the chest, shine your light right up to the ceiling. And exhale, reach a little farther across. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, reach a little farther across. Last one. Inhale, open up. Exhale, you can stay there through the exhale or walk the hands around and circle yourself back up into center. Take an inhale breath. As you exhale, bring your hands down behind you. I'm going to just lift my chest forward. And if I want to add on, I'll actually press onto my knees and lift my whole butt off of the floor, lift the chest up to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, you can lower your hips back down if you lift them. Pull your belly in for support. Slide your hands forward, little forward fold. 2 more like that. Inhale, hands back, chest lifts. Exhale, fold. 1 more. Inhale, hands back, lift your chest. Exhale, go ahead and come into your child's pose. I'll walk my hands forward, uncross my legs, bring my big toes together, and let my hips fall back towards my heel. And then you can rest your forehead on the ground here. Stay in your child's pose, hopefully letting the belly just drop down heavily into the mat. Your palms to rest down, and even massage your forehead, moving your head a little bit from side to side. Just take a moment here to breathe. You can also walk your hands back and give yourself another little neck massage here, keeping in mind that you, as much as anyone in the world, deserve your own love and appreciation. Just emptying out the lungs. Notice that if this pose feels restful to you, that it's available at any time. The yoga practice is always optional. Everything that we offer is optional. Challenge yourself, but take care of yourself in it as well. Okay. From child's pose, emptying out my lungs. I'm going to inhale, lift up to a tabletop. And exhale, come into teepee, curling the toes under, lifting my hips up to the ceiling. Let your head, as much as possible, just drop right down in between your arms. And if this pose is uncomfortable for you, you're not alone. It can be really challenging, especially when we're just starting. If we're not used to making this shape with our bodies, sometimes what happens is we round a lot in the back body. So what I'm going to do is bend my knees, ease up the thighs back here, and press my hips back farther so that I feel my spine get longer. We're just going to warm up. Keep the arms long and strong. As I inhale, I shift forward into a plank pose. On the tips of my toes, I'm looking slightly forward so the neck stays long. And exhale, press back downward. Teepee. 2 more. Inhale, come forward to plank. Lift the belly button up towards the spine for support. Exhale, teepee, press back, hips high. 1 more. Inhale, come forward. Let's add on here. Exhale is cat pose. Knees come to the ground. I'm going to round my back as I drop my head and press the mat away. And then inhale, our cow pose. You can lift your heart forward. Really feel your spine getting longer here. And exhale, right on back, teepee pose. I'd like to suggest that that's a great transition. Just that rounding of the back followed by a little back bend, right back to down dog. Here's a couple more options. We're just going to add on, and you can always stick with the simplest or the one that's most comfortable for you. Otherwise, you can try all of them. First, I inhale, come forward to my plank pose. Next, I'm going to exhale, lower my knees to the ground, and then reach my heart forward all the way down onto my mat. Inhale for cobra, slide the hands back, lift the chest, long through the neck. Exhale all the way back up through your tabletop to teepee. Let's try one more option. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees to the ground. As I inhale, I'm going to bend my elbows and reach my heart forward. This should feel challenging. It's hard work. And then exhale, press back up like a push-up. Two more like that. Inhale, keep reaching the chest forward as you bend your elbows. Exhale, press back up. Try to keep the neck long as you inhale forward. Exhale, press back up. And then from that lowered position, inhale. And then I'm going to walk my feet back on the mat, lifting my knees, lifting my chest forward. This is upward facing puppy pose, pressing down into the tops of the feet, lifting through the chest. One more big breath in. Exhale, teepee, roll all the way upside down. And maybe one of those lion's breaths here. I inhale fully, tongue to chin, open my eyes. All right, inhale, let's lift the heels, gaze forward to the top of your space. Exhale, I bend the knees, and then I step or walk my feet all the way up to the top. Halfway lift on an inhale breath. The legs don't have to be straight here, but ideally your spine is as long as it can go here. So I'm bending my knees, I'm lifting the belly and reaching the heart forward. And exhale, I fold forward. You might hang out here for a moment, shake your head out. Already we've challenged our upper body strength. Blood is starting to move. You might feel a little bit warmer than you were before. It's all right on schedule. But remember, you can rest anytime you need. From here, I'm just going to roll up to standing, drawing my belly in, rolling up, rooting through the four corners of the feet. I build my mountain pose at the top of the mat, really, once again, connecting your feet to the ground, but lifting up through center as a result. I spin my palms forward. This is ready. This pose is just the first note of the symphony. Everything else follows this. Grounding through the feet. On an inhale, I lift my arms up to the ceiling like a celebration. Really extend through your arms, through the length of your legs. Feel how strong you are through the trunk center of your body. One more inhale breath. Exhale, forward fold. I'm bending my knees a little bit to support the back. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold, draw the belly in. Ground all the way into the feet to rise all the way up. Inhale. And exhale, bring hands to heart. Lift heart up into the hands. Okay, let's flow and just follow along. If you forget something, you can take a look. If you need to practice it again before you flow, please take your time. This is called sun salutation. It's a celebration, greeting the sun as it rises first thing in the morning. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step to plank. I'm going to lower all the way to the ground and take cobra. Inhale. If you know another variation, you're welcome to it. Exhale, downward. Facing teepee pose, head between the hands. The heels may not touch the ground, but you're sending them in that direction. Inhale, lift heels, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees, step, walk. You can jump if you feel energized to get to the top of the mat, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, just greet yourself, hands back to the heart. Notice how you feel just after that little flow. And then think about that wonderful quality of yours that you identified at the beginning. And just try to feel that, all of your wonderful qualities, or even just that single one, as a light that shines within you. And as you practice that quality, you shine your light on others. You share your light with the world. And hold on to that as you come into chair pose. Challenging pose. I'm bending my knees, I'm sinking my hips low, and I'm reaching my arms up. I like to close my eyes here. Just picture stars or a great big sun right at the heart center here. And imagine shining that light out through your fingertips overhead. Sink the weight back. If you see your knees coming ahead of the toes, you want to lean back a little bit. It makes it more challenging and more strength building. And then we'll just move energy. So picture that light. You're just going to send it in all directions. I inhale here. And I exhale and swing the arms back, shining light out the back. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, sweep energy back. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, sweep energy back. Now stay in chair, but as you inhale, lift your arms up and maybe lift your heels off of the ground. And then just be patient with yourself. Draw your inner ankles together. Feel these thigh muscles working, getting so strong. Take 1 more breath in. And exhale, stand up, bringing hands to heart. Maybe you're still on your tiptoes. And if you found a little bit of wobbling or falling out, you just take your time, come right back into it. But remember that making mistakes, or even when we set an intention, like I'm gonna stand on my tiptoes, and it doesn't work out the way that we expected, that doesn't diminish your light. Mistakes are human, so are our positive qualities. All right, lower the heels down. Just notice how you feel. We'll add on a tiny bit. Inhale, chair, bend the knees. As I exhale, I'm gonna sweep my arms back and step my left foot to the back of the mat. So I'm in a little lunge. Front knee stacked over the front ankle, so it's not coming too far forward. Inhale, I'm gonna reach my arms up to the ceiling. And as I exhale, I'll make these cactus arms, which you may have already practiced with Jerome in a previous video, opening up the chest and the back so that light can shine through all sides. Inhale, lift the arms back up. And exhale, step up to the top of the mat. Hands to your heart, just centering. We'll go to the other side. Inhale, chair. As I exhale, I sweep my arms back and step my right foot back. And then adjust the feet as I need to. Stack that front ankle and scissor in our thighs diagonally for a lot of strength from the ground up. Then inhale, reach the arms up. Keep drawing the belly button to the spine as I exhale those cactus arms. Lift through the chest, but don't collapse into the low back. Last inhale here, reach the arms up. And exhale, stand up. All right, that was it. We're gonna come down to the ground, challenge yourself. Be careful with your knees. If there's any injury, you wanna be really careful. Maybe skip this part. From chair, I'm gonna bring my hands to my heart. I'm gonna sink a little bit lower. Keep shining that light as you inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower a little bit more. Inhale, I've got no choice but to start to lift my heels here. Exhale, lower a little bit more. Last one, inhale and exhale, come all the way down to a seat. Butterfly legs, Spada Konasana, the soles of the feet together, the knees are wide. I like to hold on to the fronts of my shins here. You might be able to grab the feet. As I inhale, I lift the chest forward. And as I exhale, I pull my belly in and forward fold, maybe just very lightly. And then sit up straight. Just cross the legs. You might try crossing the opposite leg in front than you normally do, and it might feel very strange, and that's totally fine. Just kind of noticing our body's habits. All right, inhale, reach my arms up. As I exhale, I'm going to bring my right arm over to the side, reach my left arm up, and maybe once again lift my hips off of the ground. And then come back through center. And go to the other side, bring the left hand down, lean over, reach the right arm across, lift the hips. And then inhale, center. And exhale, pull my knees into the chest, give myself a little squeeze, hug in, forehead to knees. And then we'll go ahead and come all the way down to the back. If you're not comfortable lying down, you can absolutely be in a comfortable seat. That's totally fine. Otherwise, rolling onto the back. And here, just very lightly touching my shins, I circle my knees in one direction. And then again in the other direction, just giving my lower back a little massage here. Take a gentle twist. First, figure out your sides. Make some space around you. I inhale, open my arms, my knees are in the chest. And as I exhale, I bring my knees over to the left side of the mat. You can bring that left hand outside of the right leg, gently pull it a little bit deeper. Reach out in the opposite way with the right arm, maybe looking over the right shoulder. Come back into center. And just go ahead to the other side. Use the right hand to gently guide both legs across. There's no rule about how deep this has to be, how far you go. You just want to feel something now on the left side of the waist. Maybe you're looking over that left arm. Looking straight up at the ceiling is fine as well. Next breath in, come back to center. And exhale, wrap yourself up in a little ball. You can actually lift your head off of the ground and give yourself a loving squeeze before you come into Shavasana, which is just lying on the ground. The qualities of Shavasana are that you're not working. You're not striving. You're not efforting in any way. If you can't lie comfortably on the ground, again, a comfortable seated position is fine. Maybe you lie on your side if that's more comfortable. If you can, close your eyes. That's what I always recommend. And you don't have to breathe any certain way here. The point is to simply let yourself be held. And as you connect to this feeling of non-effort, of ease, I'm going to share a quote from Marianne Williamson. Just finding yourself in your comfortable, safe place. Breathing and connecting to the feeling of your body supported by the floor underneath you. As Williamson writes, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our shadow, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, Who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that others won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God, or of spirit, or of source, whatever you call it, that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everybody. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. If you're only just starting to feel really comfortable, you know that you can stay here. Shavasana, seated meditation, these are self-soothing practices that are always available to you. If you're ready to wake up and take this light and shine it around, go ahead and bring awareness back to your breath. Just start to breathe awareness back through your body. Start to move your body in any way that feels good. I'm usually wiggling my fingers and opening up my palms, flexing and pointing my toes, circling the wrists and the ankles, moving my head from side to side. Eventually, I always like a full body stretch here. I reach my arms overhead. You can point your toes in the opposite direction. Feel the full spectacular length of your own self. And then draw your knees into your chest one more time. Roll into a little ball, giving yourself a loving squeeze. And rolling over onto one side. Pausing for a moment. Just hold yourself in a fetal position, which is a really wonderful self-soothing posture. And remind yourself that you, as much as anybody in the entire world, deserve your own love, appreciation, affection, and care. And from there, you can sit up. You might find a similar shape that you started your practice in, a seat. And close your eyes if that's available. And simply notice how you feel. You don't have to make a judgment about it. You might not feel any different, but you might. And the benefit is in the awareness. And then you're welcome to lift yourself up, kind of lifting the heart into the hands and bowing forward over your seat, thanking yourself for taking your time, this time today for your yoga practice. And I thank you deeply from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for joining me at the Art of Yoga Project YouTube channel. And be well. The light in me honors and reflects the light in you.